Chat chat, welcome to another stream. How we all doing today? It is Thursday, October 2nd of 2025. We're back for yet another stream. I don't even know what day it is. That's how shit goes, I guess. But welcome everyone who's here. I forgot to open up my stream dashboard. Oh, I'm not logged in. Hopefully it doesn't log me out of Twitch like that one time. Why did the button not work? Come on, computer. There we go. All right, so the plan for today's stream is, I don't really have a plan, but I have a bunch of like small things to work on, and I have a bunch of open source backlog to process. So we're gonna go through some of those things. I might also try and improve Black's multiprocessing. If it doesn't already have the optimization I'm thinking of. I know, why would I improve Black? I don't even use it. Isn't it deprecated, Lamau? The motivation just seems like something where I have an idea in mind. We'll see if they're already doing. But anyway, that's future part of the stream if we get through all the other stuff. Let me say hi to everyone who's here, and then we'll jump into things. Strange Sorcerer was first today. Hello, hello. Major Tanya, how we doing? It's sort of a joke. It's sort of a joke, Major Tanya. Black being deprecated. Because for rough exists, why would you use Black? It's the same reason that people have told me to my face that Flake 8 is deprecated, and I'm like, excuse me? Like, what? News to me. But anyway, Simply Scott is also here. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. JJMC, welcome back. Good to see you again. Avalbona, been a bit. Hello, hello. GS Volt, how you doing? MDS Ubuntu, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you as always. Python time indeed. Like it will never be deprecated. I mean, I find it unlikely that Rough will ever implement a true plugin system, and so yeah, there will probably always be a funky niche for Placate. Plus, we tend to support Pythons faster than Rough does anyway, so suck it, Rough. But anyway, so I guess we will just jump into things today. So I guess I should show you the reason that I was thinking about working on Black in the first place. This, oh, I don't even have this open. GitHub polls. I still have the phantom notification. Does anyone have like a short way to get rid of this notification? Like an easy like one-off thingy thing that I can just run? Because it's these like fucking shitty spammer. Oh, some of them have disappeared though. There were 6 of them and now there are only 3. Well, I would still like to remove these ones, but anyway, GitHub FreeCAD. So the maintainers of the FreeCAD reached out to me, or one of them, or a member, I don't even know, some dude that FreeCAD reached out to me that their CI was slow and timing out. And sure as shit, if you look at some of these, like right at the boundary of timing out here, 3 minutes, and I mean, it got cut off. This one was right under it. And they were like, what the heck? Why is it timing out? I don't understand why it's slow. And so it looks like they've already fixed it. Oh shit. Let's see, have they fixed it? Yes, they have fixed it. So before this, they were using just Black here. Actually, I need to figure out how they fixed it first. Let's fetch 100 commits and maybe that'll be enough. Like it's cool just because of the lore behind the name. Yeah, it's pretty good. Python is deprecated. Hey, there we go. Can't you make a JavaScript bookmark button? Well, the thing is, like, I need to issue GitHub API requests because these repos right here. So like, see how there's 3 unread? If I click unread, There's nothing. So I can't actually mark them as read, except through the API, because GitHub's shitty. So there is like a GitHub API thing to run, but I don't have it on offhand. I was hoping somebody did. I'm not gonna mute. I don't want to mute notifications because I actually use the notification system. Holy fuck! Why is it taking so long? My internet's not down. Patrick OMG says I got a haircut. It's true. It's true. I did get a haircut. Although I feel like, was my haircut last stream? I thought it was last stream. Was it not? Although maybe you weren't at last stream, and that's okay too. Videos. Yeah, it's cut there. And here maybe? Maybe here too? Maybe you haven't been here in a while. Hi chat! You gonna do it? I'll do it again. Hi chat. Ooh, blew out the... It's cut here too. Anyway, get log -p pre-commit config. Yeah, so this is how they fixed it. Yeah, so there were some particularly big files, and they were using the non-compiled version of Black, and so that was what I was like, oh, I can fix this. Pre-commit run Black verbose all files. I can fix the slowness here. Well, they can fix the slowness by switching to the mirror to speed things up. But there's still some stuff in here that's pretty slow. Actually, I'm surprised this is better now. This was like 40 seconds before. So if we get show this, if I remove this line, does it get slow again? Why do they have a files and an exclude? Weird. Weird. This should make it a lot slower, even on the mirror. Did you restart the router, modem, switch, manifold, outlet? I did unplug and replug. I also have a new fucking switch that I haven't installed yet, which should hopefully fix my Wi-Fi situation. Yeah, okay, so this is what I was saying before. Black taking like 20 seconds instead of 5. I guess they excluded some more files that were particularly slow, and so that improved this a bunch. But I thought there are 2 things that I can improve here. GSVolt says, by the way, the Twitch stream VODs, does Twitch say YouTube make you pay to store them? No, but Twitch deletes them after 90 days. And doesn't, I mean, I can split my audio in like particular ways, but Twitch doesn't make audio splitting easy, and so I get copyright claims which could remove my channel from Twitch. So I only upload them to YouTube, and I put stream VODs on unlisted on Twitch. So that seems to save me from the copyright bots for some reason. But Simply Scott says, sent most of our money to the notary today for our house purchase. Yo, let's go. Let's go. Oh, back to OMG. Oh, you're talking about the mustache. Yeah, it's gone. There's a story that I don't really want to tell on stream. Let's just say that it's gone. it was annoying me, and so it's gone. And there was no reason to keep it for now. I might bring it back in November after my race, but we'll see. Just for funnies. Okay, but anyway, black slow, but also compiled black faster. Uncompiled black was doing this in like 35 seconds. So let's make pre-commit.ci auto updater do this automatically. Yeah. Yeah. Pull prune. I don't need dash prune because it's in my git config. Black wow, that's amazing. Muscle memory. I started typing pre-dash and like my fingers said "fuck you, brain." I'm typing pre-commit. Love that. Is it in here? No. Where is it? Is it just in here? Oh, it is. Here we go. Yeah, we got a bunch of rewrites to do here. So this is the new one. Blurp, 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 blurp. I wonder if it does it recursively. I'm actually kind of curious. No. Alt? No. What am I doing? I want Control U. Yeah. It's like, why am I forgetting how to use my editor? So I'm curious if this will do it recursively. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. Handler tests. Where's one of the ones? Let's replace redirects. Yeah, so I'm gonna see what happens if I put a black pre-commit mirror. Let's make these realistic. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So we gotta put black pre-commit mirror on these. And you know that test isn't that useful, so it's useful for me to figure it out, but probably not useful historically. Major Danu says, does the CI version replace the hook repos with optimized versions? It has a manual list of redirects that it will replace repos with. So, sort of? Sort of. The answer is sort of. Sort of. Yes. Yeah. Mr. Swats is here. Hello, hello. How you doing? D-Dels says poof. How you doing, D-Dels? Good to see you. Yeah. So I think that's all I really need to do. Rewrite PSF black to PSF black pre-commit mirror. And this will make pre-commit.ci faster. Wow. Yay. Git push version head. Memo TD key error love. Oh fuck. That was set like several days ago. How did they know? Dino says I'm okay just dealing with dumb on-call. That sounds redundant. Nah, on-call is I think it's a useful process. Bum 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 bum. For a second, I thought these icons started red, and I was very confused. Yeah, look at how good pre-commit.ci is. It's so fast. Wow, I had to wait 51 milliseconds in the queue? Man, how unfortunate. How unfortunate. Also, I can still speed this up, and I still haven't done it yet. But it's fine. Gino says, useful if you have access to things to resolve. Yeah. If you don't have the permissions to fix the pages, then you're just fucked. 51 milliseconds, unacceptable, right, Mr. Swats? So slow. Man. Feels slow. It took 51 milliseconds. Mr. Watt says, in my projects, the time my tests set up, pre-commit has already finished. Yeah. Yep. Took longer for GitHub to actually kick off the job. Yes, frequently pre-commit.ci finishes before GitHub even starts. Anyway, waiting for this to deploy dev. Oh, it did it. Good job. Deploy prod, please. Mr. Swat's on a 5-stream streak. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's using GitHub Actions pre-commit, not pre-commit.ci. Oh, yeah. I mean, even pre-commit Actions pre-commit is usually pretty fast, as long as you've properly configured the cache. Obviously, if you've not properly configured the cache, well then, of course, but why is GitHub so slow today? Okay, my internet's fine, so unclear. Hooray! Deployed prod. Let's go. Okay, so that's the first thing that I want to do. We might come back to black in a bit because I think they're not optimizing their. I think there's a easy optimization for their parallel executor thingy thing that they may already be doing, but I would like to check and validate, and might be able to speed up black by a bunch. DL says, I had a page from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. due to no more billing budget, but only one person who I didn't know who it was had access to increased budget. Oh, man. I was in your shoes for a while. Almost exactly the same thing. Like, we ran out of spend allotment on GitHub, and so nothing could run GitHub Actions, which meant nothing could deploy, nothing, like, all sorts of things were just, like, unusable during that time period. And I was on call. It was like, I literally can't do anything here. I have admin. I can see I can see the number, and I can see that we've exceeded the number, but nothing I can do about it. Like, I could see the number, but I couldn't fix it. And the only person that, well, there were like 3 people that could fix it, and one of them doesn't really do development anymore. Well, 2 of them, and they were all in Pacific time. Anyway, it was a mess. But eventually they gave me that permission. Man, I had so many permissions by the end. 23 White, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Greetings to you as well. Right. Okay. Open source stuff. Let's get through the other things. Okay. That deployed to prod. Nice. I was like, this GIF. What is this GIF? I mean, I actually was never like this. I never asked for more money, except during my contract negotiation. Other than that, yeah. 20 Right says, "How is it going, kind sir? It's going all right. It's going all right. We're chugging through some miscellaneous stuff. Package build file. Do. Yeah, it seems pretty arch specific, so that seems okay. Non-identified shell script, but they're just specialized bash scripts. I see. So this is just a minor change here. It was already identified as bash. Nice. Iram Venselme. What is that supposed to be? Iram Vanselme? I don't know what your name's supposed to be, but welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. An arch request is true, Major Tanya. Ivan the Raging Python says, seems an arch thing? Yeah, I know it's an arch thing. Like I guess we already had it here. But I don't know why ALPM is a tag. Is this just the second commit? No, there's only one commit here. Weird. I don't know why that's there, but it is what it is. 23 Right says, it's an arch thing. I'm not sure any other distro uses it, but it could be mistaken. I mean, there's a lot of like arch equivalent or arch similar, or like things that reuse the package manager that probably use it. But anyway, this seems fine. You can't see quite how fucked up it is. I think I managed to click the button. Why is GitHub so slow today? Oh, because Copilot is degraded. Obviously. Holy shit, this has been going on for a long time. They're over 24 hours on this incident. RIP their SLAs. Movie Jamal says, thanks, Copilot, right? Fucking Copilot. Why's it gotta make everything so slow? Major Tanya says, OMG, I was typing a joke about how Copilot was choking. We are beyond parody. Yeah. Today ends in Y, and days that end in Y make GitHub slow. It's true. It's true. Copilot ruining something? What a surprise. There's almost no shot that this is due to Copilot, but it would be kind of funny. I'm just gonna go change like a ghost. It's easier that way. It's easier that way. WJT. I'm trying. I don't know. My brain is all over the place today. I have a little helper. Is it in Python? Oh, GitHub fork. Yeah. Which I believe just does a thing. This is what I use username for. I don't really need to do that, but Jill says, you know, you forget about sun chips until you get them with a sandwich. Dude, sun chips are amazing. Sun chips are amazing. Fucking love sun chips. Anyway. I'm coughing a lot today. I don't know what's up with that. I sort of know what's up with that because my house cleaner just came, and so and the cleaner that they use is a little bit abrasive. So that could be what it is. Actually, I'm almost certain that's what it is, but so if I'm coughing, that's why. Oh, that's not where I want to push this. This is where I want to push it. Ta-da! Did I get it? Fuck. Oh my god. Oh, I got it. Fuck yeah. What a goddamn mess. It's also funny that CSS thing causes my fans to whir up, which is real annoying. Copilot again? Yeah, probably Copilot, Ivan. Fucking Copilot. How could it do this to me? This happened to me. Why is 311 so slow? Fucking Copilot. Because it took 24 seconds to install virtualenv? What the fuck? Why? Why did that take so long? I mean, it probably doesn't need to install setup tools in virtualenv anymore. Because I don't think Tox uses the external setup tools anymore. So I can probably remove that. Also, I'm pretty sure virtualenv is a dependency of Tox, so I can probably remove that. Okay, but bump patch. Ooh, I did my password manager. I'm so good at this. PI token. Paste, copy something else, press enter. And where is it? Where the fuck is the other one? Oh, there it is. Oh, they replied. Are they watching? In this case, the image tag is just what we want. What? Why? They could. Okay, well. Oh well. Anyway. Such is life. That's why I couldn't find it because it was at the top. Alright. Has this person finally fixed this? Clever way of finding npm pack file name output. JSON. Oh god. is this in util? Nothing should live in util. Why? Why? This seems completely unrelated. This is kind of weird. Tuple map int, no. Also, I'm pretty sure coverage is going to complain because they haven't actually covered any of these things. This looks like LLM garbage. Oh, we gotta do this shit again. Oh, that one's not as fucky as the other one. Submit! Major Johnny says, I've yoinked that copy someone else behaved for myself, and I regularly find random things on my clipboard. Yeah. There is a setting in Bitwarden to like clear the clipboard after an amount of time, but I go fast. I don't trust that. Mr. Swat says, I'll give you some advice. All code is garbage. I don't know if you ever heard this phrase before. Yeah. Yeah, all code sucks. Also, tests not even passing? Yeah. Yeah, looks like the prepare script output is still there. So clearly not working. Which is a shame. I guess that means this idea is dead as well. Ace is sending him one password too, but same, I don't want to risk it. Yeah. Some comments aren't visible on the classic files changed page. What? Why? What? Open it as binary text regex. These are maybe done better with parameterize, but Mr. Swan says, have you been able to share what happened with your previous employer yet? Sort of. I haven't made the video yet. Why won't you let me click the button? Oh, god damn it. There we go. We got the button. Yeah, I haven't made the video on it yet. I think I'm mostly okay to share. I do sort of want my severance check to clear first. What the fuck? I didn't let you send me spam. Get the fuck out of here. I never signed up for this mailing list. Oh, what is my HOA mad about now? Oh, annual meeting. Don't give a shit. Yeah. But I think I'm still gonna make the video and release it next week. Yeah. Emma's here! I've survived surgery! Congrats! Let's go! Hell yeah. Not on my desktop right now, so I can't type much. Fair enough. Yeah. I hate phones too. Mr. Sean says, fair enough. I know what happened. How do you know? Do you not work for a previous employer anymore because you own previous employer, so you cannot work for yourself? Yeah, imagine. Eagle PT says this. The index access for matches also work for named groups. I think so. I forget the syntax for it. P-foo? Why did I put an F here? Ah! Yep. It does. P. Monterrazzo. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. That looks like right for name groups. Yeah. I just had to do a little thinky about it. What we got there? Looks right. Looks sort of right. What is next? Oh my god, this pull request is so old. Track if type checking to warn about non-runtime bindings. I don't think this part's needed unless for some reason a built-in is being constructed without it. Let's see where all this shit happens. Why did they change these other things? In type check guard equals false. Yeah. Not me still using dot group. Yeah. Docs still seem to mention the dot group syntax. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But I think they also mention the bracketed stuff too. Therapy kitten, hello, hello. Dot group. This is identical to m.group. It allows for easier access. Yeah. Name group supported as well. I don't know why the code uses the old syntax, but this is one of those things that if there was more readily available typing information, PyUpgrade could do a few more smart things here. Like I would like PyUpgrade to do this, to rewrite to this, but it doesn't know that they're regex matches, unfortunately. There Kitten says, did you end up finishing the graph? I didn't, but a bunch of viewers did. So let's look through some graphs. How do I find, oh, did the thread auto archive? Where did it go? Where did it go? Here it is. So, oh god, threads on Discord fucking suck ass. Okay, we're just gonna open these one at a time. Copy image link. So this is a graph by Pandoxer, which shows the maximum number of errors in a month. So you can kind of see the the burn down, how the burn down happened here. Almost all of it happened in the first month, or like a big chunk of it. This was like 2 small changes that made huge differences. And then a lot of like fairly aggressive things. But then you can see like fixing shit got hard. And in fact, in a few months, it actually regressed here. But fixing shit was hard, and the long tail was even harder. But you can also see like over Christmas break, I had a lot of free time to work on typing stuff, so I did. Here's another one, I believe also from Pandoxer. Yeah, it's the same coloring. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. This is commits that made the best changes, best fixes. So you can see these two were right at the beginning, minus 7K, minus 4K. Somebody linked those as well. So like, oh man, this is gonna be annoying to do. Like this is the commit that reduced the most. Minimal patch to fix test case attribute confusion. Those are all the modules it fixed automatically. But where's the actual change? Yeah. So this was before MyPy understood something. Maybe it doesn't understand this anymore. But before this code imported test case and then defined something called test case. And so anything that used test case was real fucking confused. Real fucking confused. So this like one line patch here fixed all of those errors. 7,000 errors in just that one little patch. This one was, I think, adding Django stubs and actually configuring it properly. Which was annoying because I had to refactor how configuration worked. But this fixed a bunch of modules and broke other ones. So this is a lot of like wacky churn in here, but net negative on the number of errors, which was cool. What is this next one? We're only going to do ones that are over 500. What is this one? Fix most MyPy no redef errors. Oh, I think I just went through and fixed a bunch of errors. Yeah, this is similar to the test case one where like a clobbered name was Angie. I will do one more big fix, maybe two more big fixes. Because after this, it falls off by a lot. This was 280 errors fixed in this. Fix more typing issues. This just looks like a bunch of miscellaneous fixes. This is before I was getting smart about batching things into separate change sets. And so a lot of this is just like a whole bunch of miscellaneous fixes. Because like this is probably in 2020. Oh, this is 2023. I am surprised that I did this late into the, actually 2023. No, this is right when I started the process. This is before I knew better. But I got better about splitting up patches into things that actually made sense and like had coherence and like fixed a particular thing that wouldn't regress. This one I fixed some things that wouldn't regress, but not that much. Fix typing and replay test utils. I'm surprised that this patch fixed so much because it doesn't look that significant. Weird. Shrugs. Anyway, those are all the significant fixes, and then we can talk about the most significant regression. Spoilers, it's me. I fixed how Django typing worked, and I had to do a bunch of patches to get here. A lot of patches to get here. Through like an absolutely massive stack PR. And I was just like, I'm not gonna fix the things in the ignored files. They'll be good enough. And so then I went back after this and fixed the things in the ignored files. But this is the bulk of the change. Was to make it understand our Sentry's weird custom base query set and base manager. Yeah, so it's me. I'm the problem. DL says, my apologies. I was hoping to be useful. It sucked ass. Yeah, threads are kind of annoying. Taking the break out of holiday break. Hey, that's true, Emma. I'm real bad at not doing shit over holiday break. Major Tanya says, love the sad, describe your PR here template remainder. Oh yeah, I left that in on like almost every single one of my PRs. I feel like including this one, yeah. Mostly out of spite, because this is kind of stupid. Commit message, fix things. I mean, usually I was more targeted with my fixes, but AKBT says, bad errors change like a ghost is true, is true. Mr. Swat says, I'm curious about the opposite. The biggest PR which fixed the least amount of errors. I mean, there's lots of those. There are lots of them that change 0 and are just massive PRs. Wolford Sears, he says, your Burger King has a strawberry lemonade, and when I tell you this shit is so good, I almost melted on the first sip. Damn. Those are quite the singing praise there. This one I have to show in terminal, I think. How am I gonna do this without crashing the editor? This is number of errors fixed by a particular person. You can see that GetSentryBot was the worst. This is almost certainly me reverting my own changes. I probably should have gone back and reattributed the revert PRs to the original author, so this is more fair. But yeah. Emma says, is there a commit with a MyPy bump that caused the most errors? So the thing about a lot of the MyPy bumps is I would fix the non-ignored errors, and so it would really only bump errors in ignored files. But man, there were some MyPy bumps that were really bad. Like I think there was one that introduced 1,000 new errors, and so I had to like burn down 1,000 errors just to upgrade MyPy. Well, there was one that introduced like 20,000 errors, which is the most recent update, but that was because Pydantic was broken, and unit test.mock was broken, and something else. Yeah, negative errors fixed. This is the naughty list. But let's see. This is from, oh, and this is from Bingham. Copy image link. And I'm gonna make a video about all of these separately, but I'll probably cherry pick some of these for the larger video. Here's errors fixed over time. You can see the two big changes at the beginning. This is number of files with errors, which looks very similar. Not quite as aggressive as this because of the error count was a lot more whatever. But we started with like 2,300 files with failures and down to like 80, I think, at the end. 40, some small sub 100 integer. And then this one is error codes, unique error codes. There's still a graph that I don't think anyone made that I'll talk about in a bit that I want someone to make. And this is unique error codes. So I made 2 ways to burn down the block list. One was by file, and then the other was by a particular code. So if a particular code got fixed in all the files, then it could never regress even in ignored files. And you can see here I made a very concerted effort to try and reduce all of the unique error codes so that it was more strict about things. But this was like, I started a stack branch here and it was still going here. And these are commits that got split out of it that had fixed an error. But I literally had a two plus year long running branch that I was continually rebasing. Bingham's got another one here, which is errors over time in the 2 main directories, tests and source. So you can see that most of the errors actually were tests, but I fixed that very quickly. Source errors are a lot harder to burn down because they're real code and tests, like you can just run and tell whether it's broken or not. But Ralph Oliveira, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, this will be in a video, Wilfred. This will be separate. So there's going to be 2 videos that some of these graphs will be in. One is I'm no longer at Century Lamau, and you know, a big thing that I'm and like the stuff that I'm proud about. One of the things that I'm pretty proud about is the MyPy stuff. Particularly Pythonic has some graphs as well. This is similar to the graph before. Top 10 authors by net impact on MyPy errors. So these are the Hall of Fame. This is, I feel like this one's a little less viewable. Top 50 commits by error reduction. So you can see kind of the 3 big ones by me, and then a spattering of improvements by other people. There should be a Marcus one towards the end, but I think it didn't quite count in this because it was before the I had upgraded something. Here is another one by particularly Pythonic of, what is this one? Errors reduced, although ignore this down here. Wait, errors reduced and errors added? I don't know how this is computed. I'm not sure what this graph is. I'm not sure what it shows. I guess technically I both added and reduced errors. So it is a 2-dimensional plot. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, you want to be this way on the graph and not this way on the graph. I'm sort of both, but okay, I understand the graph now. And then what is this one? Oh, this is cool. I like this graph. This graph is colorized whether something improved or worsened over time. And so you can see like red sections in here, green sections in here. Like I would hope this line is mostly green and gray. However, you can see it is very much not green and gray. It is yeah, there's a lot of red spattering in there. Emma says, I'm not surprised to see Marcus as number 2. Yeah, neither am I. Neither am I. Debe, hello, hello. How you doing? Welcome back. This Anthony guy seems smart. Maybe a little bit. Mate Marco says, hey, I'm currently watching the whole Anthony Explains playlist. Nice. Even though I know most of the beginner intermediate things, it's nice to hear your explanations and learn some new things as well. Yeah, I think the other thing that I try and do with even like the beginner videos is there's still something in any video that'll be useful for somebody who is not, you know, already knows the base topic, but there's always like some little tidbit that I can add afterwards. I don't think this one's going to render nicely at all. Yeah, this one's hard to see, but I think this is every person that added or removed errors over time. And the Hall of Shame down here. But I don't know. There's probably a higher res version on actual Discord. And particularly Pythonic also had some code there too. Bingham has some more more graphs. These are places where the most impact on reduction occurred. I'm surprised this line looks weird. I don't think that line seems not right. Test century incidents went up and then weird, strange. Anyway, that's in tests. This is in source. Copy image link. It sort of makes sense that there's a big drop in models at the beginning. This is one of the models I was trying to focus on the most. This one is a long pull because there were lots and lots of them. But anyway, those are the graphs so far. There's one more graph that I haven't seen yet that I want to see, which is number of errors over time separated by error code. So like you could see like if I made a conscious effort to fix add or defined, it would go along and then it would fall off. Things like that. So if somebody wants to make that graph, I mean I could also make it myself. But anyway, those are the graphs in the thread in the Dixord. Oh wait, there's more. There's more because the endless river didn't post in the thread. Yes. We got some from the endless river as well. This is Python version and number of errors. It shouldn't really be that correlated. Also, you can see me struggling to roll out Python 3.12 here. There are lots of roll back, roll forward here. Also, 3.10 was and 3.9 were very short-lived. You can barely see them in here. I think I did both of them like the same day. Yeah. So that's a cool graph. Ooh, what is this one? Oh wait, this is I think the graph I was looking for, but it's in a stack plot instead. This is, oh, why does this look like shit here? There we go. This is a stack plot of errors by type over time. I don't know, this one is, this is percentage of errors that are each type. I think this one would be better as a line graph. Maybe the line graph is also there, but this is also pretty cool to see like, here's where I eliminated a bunch of error types. But also I'm surprised how evenly distributed a lot of these are. Like I really expected some to be like I expect almost all of them to be like union adder or adder defined. Because that's what it felt like. It felt like those were the ones I was fixing all the time. And not the other ones. Man. Field server, I want the line graph version of this. And here's another duplicate graph, but in a different way. Top 20 authors reducing MyPy errors. Yeah. Nice. Good job. Hall of Fame. And me. I like how I'm a completely different color. Ooh, and then we got the Hall of Shame. Sorry, Hall of Shame. I'm surprised Dan Fuller was positive. That's unfortunate. Anyway. And get sentry bot is probably misattributed. It's probably reverts again, but but yeah. Second to the bottom needs to get their shit together. Potentially. The top author chart looks like the video of the most popular website every year. Yeah. Yeah. Wilfred said, this is really useful. I could see why you wrote this, to be honest. Well, I didn't make any of the graphs. I just wanted to collect the data because I feel like the graphs are cool. And like, there's a lot of interesting information here. And I'm pretty proud of the effort that put into it over time, but yeah. GilPT says, despite the reds in the graph, it's clear they didn't have much influence overall in the line getting down. Yeah, I trudged onwards and made it go down. Looks like a fruit roll-up. This one does kind of look like a fruit roll-up. I'm suspicious that this is accurate. Because what is orange? Orange is probably override, and I got override down to like 2 errors. So, and there was one that was eliminated like very close to the end. So I feel like there's some weird smoothing going on here that doesn't quite represent this properly. So I'm a little suspicious of this graph. I guess I can read the code. Oh, the server didn't share the code. That's fine. But I want to see this in line graph form because I feel like that's one of the ones that I want to see. Blame get sentry bot, yeah. Yeah, I think the even error distribution isn't right, Emma. I think this isn't right. Because I'm like I know one of them got eliminated at the end, and I don't see that here. And I know it was like teeny tiny for most of the last like 6 months, and I finally fixed like the last one at some point. So I don't completely trust this crap. Sorry, the Endless River, if you're watching. Blame Get Sentry Bot. Yeah, no, that's me. That's Riverts. That's me. I feel like the top 20 should be normalized to total commits. Probably. But then I look worse. Wilfred says, I think you literally had an entire stream of fixing MyPy errors. I had many of those. Mr. Swan says, you did the distributed computing at home meme. I sort of did, yeah. I, whipped out every old ass laptop that I had that could get a core spinning without melting, and set it at the fixer. But yeah, Emma's gotta head out. Thank you for stopping by, and congrats on your successful surgery, and I will see you around in the future. I hope you're doing well and have a speedy recovery. But anyway, some cool data here. I'm excited. I'm glad that I collected the data and that viewers could make some graphs for me. Not entirely because I didn't want to make graphs, but because I think it gives people a way to end up in a video, which is cool too. But also, like, people have different ideas of what they wanted to see and what they didn't want to see. Anyway, but thanks for the question. I'm glad we went through that. Florenzi is here. Hello. I saw we had a nice stonks video. Yes, I did make a video on stonks, although I've talked about it on stream a few times. There is one thing that I completely forgot to talk about at the end, which is my opinion to never hold company stocks. Because, yeah, I've talked about it before. It's basically like you'll be emotionally invested in the volatility of the market when there's nothing you can really do. Yeah. Okay, well, those were most of the things that I wanted to try and catch up on this stream. I still have to learn how Julia works. I haven't done that yet. And we're gonna start working on Stripe stuff at some point. But I wanted to see if I can speed up Black. Or I want to see how their multiprocessing works. And I want to see if there's a simple improvement that I can make to it. Julia, says Wolfred and Boomy Jamala. Yeah, Julia's pre-commit integration is a little bit funky. Who's Julia? Says Therapy Kitten, right? Oh my god. Who's this Julia person? Wolfred says, what the fuck is Julia? It's a funky programming language. What is his a BLM emote? Is that relevant to Julia? I don't know. Mumi says, I wrote my bachelor's thesis about Julia. Ah, am I behind in life? What do you mean? About Julia Lang? Why did JK Rowling come up? You said you wanted to speed up Black. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I get it now. Oh, I understand it. I get it. That is on topic. ALPT says, speaking of the stonks video, now we need a graph comparing. Well, none of that information is public, ALPT, so. Also, that's another thing that I didn't talk about in the stonks video, which is that sometimes options can be restruck if the company is doing so poorly that employees are jumping ship because their options are so far underwater. Not naming any names, but sometimes that happens. It's super rare. Usually companies just say, get fucked. But occasionally they'll do their employees well. Julia is better than Python, but JavaScript is still better than both. Knowledge is here. All right, so I don't remember how black works, so we're going to figure it out together. Black import patched main. Oh, it's an init.py. Kill me. Why is it called patched main? Freeze support. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Python 3.12.5 has a memory safety issue. That's a oddly specific one. Oh no! Where is the fucking multiprocessing shit? If code is not none, what is code? Code optional stir. That's for little dash c, so that's not what we want. Sources. Get wildcard patch error. Pattern match? Never mind, I'm not gonna try and read that. Julia's more for data and analytics and data science? I think it's a general purpose programming language. But it's probably, I guess, used a lot more in sciencey things. Look at this fucking graph. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, as Mumi says, mostly used in scientific computing, but it is a general purpose language. Okay, so get sources. If it's one, we reformat one. Reformat many. This is what I'm looking for. Do they have the optimization I'm thinking of? Concurrency, reformat many. Map I see adder patchable equals true. This shouldn't cause any issues, hopefully. Yeah. Schedule formatting. Yeah, so it just calls sorted here. Which means I'm pretty sure this is the line that I want to improve. So let's see if I can make a little benchmark. Pip uninstall, black pip install. Time black dot. I wonder if I can do this. ls file startup hi. Google's Julia web framework. There is one. Julia having one index design throws me for a loop. Yeah, that is an interesting choice. When to use an import inside the code like this, reformat many versus edit the top. Where's the import? I don't see any. Oh, here? This is the only one that I see. Generally, you shouldn't, well, it is not entirely a stylistic choice because importing at the top can have impact on startup time. Generally, the way that I approach it is to not give a shit because it's going to get imported eventually and just import at the top anyway. Occasionally, you need to import locally to avoid import cycles. But I see they have a lot of ignored files. My god, they have a lot of ignored files. Let's cancel that. You know what? We don't need this. We can just pre-commit try repo. Oh. It takes a hook ID, right? Yes. DL says, I feel weird for liking oatmeal raisin cookies, but I won't back down from loving soft cookies. I feel like oatmeal raisin cookies are fine. Sometimes I prefer them. Sometimes they're really good. Sometimes they're not really good. Yeah. Oh man. My computer real mad. Why you have to be so mad? Like, this took like 30 seconds before, but I feel like it's been longer than 30 seconds, but maybe I'm just impatient. We'll see. Shmuel, hello, how you doing? Holy shit, this is taking forever. What the fuck? Why? Why so slow? We've got a bunch of cores doing their thing. Maybe the unreleased version of Black has regressed some performance significantly? Because this is ridiculous. Oh, I know what it's doing. I know what it's doing. It's changing the line length on a bunch of shit. Because, for whatever reason, they have manually configured this here. Instead of... Fucking, what is Black's configuration file? I feel like it's this. So it was one of these files that it fucked up. Right. It doesn't respect this shit, does it? So we gotta do this the annoying way. Ah, fucking A. Ah, fuck me. Look away, chat. Require serial true types. I don't even remember how to make one of these. I guess I can just copy this. Nasty, right? S1Q, hello. I see language unsupported. It's true. It's true. What the fuck? What do you mean? Why did I write the word lock? Frezzo says, "Oh no, I missed my PR being merged live on stream." Which PR was yours, Frezzo? Also, welcome. How you doing? Let's do this so that we get the slower version of this. Woosa's also here. How you doing? Ah, package build. Nice. Nice. Yes, I did merge that. It's released 2. So this should take about 30 seconds now. And I suspect if I make my little fixie, we should be able to get it faster than that. Okay, so 32 seconds. Sorted, where was that? Sorted sources. I don't know what sort key will be, but sort key. We'll put a little break a point here. Yeah, we're gonna run black on the joint object. Who the fuck that is? What the fuck? Oh. Oh, because I need 2 things in there. There we go. X dot stat. Yeah. I want biggest ones first. So negative. Let's try that. So we're trying to be 30 seconds, and I suspect this will do it. 32 seconds. Ending the day with an Anthon stream, so I'm doing good. Nice, nice. I'm doing all right. Been better. life has a way to be life, I guess. Captain Chiga says, Mr. Sir, you have a typo. It's not Python, it's Pystonk. Oh shit. Okay, I expected this to have a little bit more impact than that, but that's non-zero. That's non-zero. Let's make it worse. Let's make it worse and see what happens. Oh, actually, we should do this so that it is consistent. Let's try that. You shave 1 second? I shaved 3 seconds, therapy kitten. How big is this repo? Black is taking half a minute. There's like 5 files in this repo that Black takes 30 seconds on just the one file, or like 20 seconds on just one of the files. It's free CAD. It's big. They got a bunch of junk in there too. Okay, that seems better. Let's show the worst case scenario though, where we sort small things first. This is uncompiled Black. Yeah. This is slow Black. Anyway, the whole theory of this optimization is that you should try and do slowest things first, or biggest things first in multiprocessing. I specifically have a video about this. And so you can approximate how slow Black is going to be on a file based on the size of that file. And it looks like sorting it worst case is about the same as not sorting it at all, which is interesting. But I'm sure I could make a particularly bad benchmark that that does even more poorly than this. But I think a 5-second savings is not terrible. Let's see if someone else has suggested this idea. Not a bug report, not really a feature request. I guess it's sort of a feature request, but not really. I think I'm just gonna do blank issue. Is there a difference between using a negative key and reverse equals true? In this case, yes, because there's a second part to this tuple. But otherwise, mostly no, except for stability. I swear this isn't just an advertisement for my YouTube video, but along the same lines of my YouTube video, what is the actual title of that one? What is the title of that video? It is, I should open up here. No. Slow things first. I believe there's some optimization potential to the scheduling of files for Black. I initially thought about this a bit when receiving a report from FreeCAD. I don't know how their shit's capitalized, but about slow execution of Black in pre-commit.ci. After looking into it, I noticed two significant improvements to their setup. Sort of unrelated to this. After looking into it, I noticed two significant improvements to their setup. One used the pre-compiled Black. Pre-commit.ci auto update. And two, there were a bunch of very large files which Black was spending most of its time on. Second is interesting to me, and where I reminded myself of potential optimizations. The TLDR of the optimization is to attempt larger, slower things first, such that a scheduler can appropriately bin pack smaller things later. Imagine the worst case scenario where the last thing you schedule is the slowest one, and you've significantly extended your execution time while having mostly idle cores. I decided to try and experiment Black and see if applying a similar optimization could improve performance. My numbers below are on I think I have like a weird number of cores. mproc, 12. I run a VM with 12 cores against an older version of FreeCAD with this diff applied. Wait. Oh. Does this sort mean you will need to find all files before you can start formatting? That's already the case. That's already the case. Chickalal says, in what video do you go over the do big jobs first in multipressing? Yes. Thank you, Major Tanya. Shameless plug, yes. Mr. Singh, hello, hello, how you doing? And I wrote a little shell script to run this. No, this uses non-precompiled black. The numbers, I suspect the numbers are similar, but maybe a little less pronounced on a precompiled black. Note also, I haven't intentionally chosen a terrible set of files. If I wanted a worst case scenario, I'd probably delete every file after the ones in, what was the directory? After the ones in this, such that it schedules those last. First, little baseline. I ran this a few times and this particular run seemed representative. Again, not a very scientific performance benchmark. But I was mostly just exploring the idea. This should be an console. Where was one where it was like 32 seconds? Just one. After applying this patch to black, which naively assumes that larger files will be slower, I think this is a pretty good assumption. I get a pretty significant improvement. We have the 27. I think these are both about the same. Let's cheat a little bit. We'll pick the faster one. Again, anecdotal. Though a few runs were similar in timing. So maybe there's some potential here? Question mark? Alright, let's reread it and make sure I don't sound dumb. Fem examples? Yeah, I'm not sure what that is either, Mr. Singh. I swear this isn't just an advertisement for my YouTube video, but along the same lines of my YouTube video, multiprocessing slow things first, I believe there's some optimization potential for optimization to the scheduling of files for black. I initially thought about this. I make that typo a lot. I initially thought about this a bit when receiving a report from FreeCat about slow execution of black in pre-commit.ci. Sort of unrelated to this. After looking into it, I noticed two significant improvements to their setup. One, use the precompiled black. Next pre-commit.ci auto update will do this fleet-wide automatically. And two, there were a bunch of very large files which black was spending most of its time on. The second is interesting to me and where I reminded myself of potential optimizations. The TLDR of the optimization is to attempt slower things first, such that the scheduler can appropriately bin pack smaller things later. Imagine the worst case scenario where the last thing you schedule is the slowest one and you've significantly extended your execution time while having mostly idle cores. I decided to try and experiment with black and see if applying a similar optimization could improve performance. My numbers below are on a VM with 12 cores against an older version of FreeCAD with this diff applied. Blah, 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 blah. And I wrote a little shell script to run this. Note this used this non-precompiled black. I suspect the numbers are similar, but maybe a little less pronounced on precompiled black. And also, I haven't intentionally chosen a terrible set of files. If I wanted a worst case scenario, I'd probably delete every file after the ones in this, such that it schedules this last. First, a little baseline. I ran this a few times, and this particular run seemed representative. Again, not very scientific, performance benchmark, but I was mostly just exploring the idea. After applying this patch to black, which naively assumes that larger files will be slower, and I think this is a pretty good assumption. Blah, 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 blah. I got a pretty significant improvement. Again, anecdotal, though a few runs were similar in timing. So maybe there's some potential here, question mark. Fucking send it. iCloud, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Oh, I guess I should link the this one. Which I guess isn't that old. But I don't know. 17% improvement seems pretty good on unbalanced files. I want to see what worst case would be, though. How would I figure out what worst case would be? I guess I could just get ls files, sort, grab -n femex. And so everything after this but those are the ones we want to keep. WC-L. Tail-N 6766 xargs rm. Oh fuck. They have spaces in their fucking file names. Yeah, maybe that seems fine. Let's see what this does. This should be the fast one. It's still kind of slow. Bingham says, hello, hello. Thanks for the map I helped yesterday. Yeah, no problem. All right, so 25 seconds like that. Which is not significantly faster. So what does it look like this? Like, I don't expect this to be Maybe this wasn't the slowest files at the end. Maybe I should have found the ones that were actually the longest line length. Yeah, because that just looks the same as what we had before. Fucking A. This one seems the worst. Or one of the worst. Grab dash E 0 to 9 5. Okay, so there's a bunch of pretty bad ones. Let's find this one. $55, $59. $26. What's the one that I wanted to keep? Mesh contact tube. Cool. So okay, so let's try this again. This should be the worst case of worst cases, where we schedule the last thing last, the slowest thing last. But I kind of suspect that the slowest thing is also like 90% of the execution, so maybe this won't make a difference, but we'll see. Okay, so 26 seconds there. And if we have the improved version, I'm sure if I also had a smaller number of cores, this would be more pronounced as well. Maybe? I don't really know how to reason about that though. "22 seconds. Okay, so still an improvement, but this, I expect it to be worse than this. I guess there were quite a few large files, so maybe it's pretty bad either way. But anyway, we'll see what people think about things, about this. But anyway, that's what I want to do with that. What the fuck else am I doing? What else do I work on? I guess I can talk about something that I'm gonna start working on, and it's super not on brand for me. I hope you all don't jump ship, but let's just say that I'm doing this for reasons that are unrelated to what is the domain.org? I'm probably going to be working on this project. And I know the tagline seems not like things that I would be working on. However, most of this project actually isn't this part. That's just how it's being sold. It is mostly PL and and syntax management and stuff, and not actually this shit here. But why am I working on this? Why do I think like this is a good idea for me? I'm gonna be paid by the university that's down the street to work on this. And I'm hoping to turn some of the work I do on this to end up being a faculty position at some point. Is this a new job? It's not really a job because I'm only going to be spending like 2 or 3 hours a week on it. And I'm also, the other part of this is I'm not really working on the code part of this. So there's actually, does this have a link to it? If I search the number, surely it'll, yeah. So the National Science Foundation has this pretty interesting open source grant structure thing where you can apply as any sort of project that the first year they'll receive up to $300,000 to fund community building and outreach and similar things on a project, which I think is really cool. Government trying to fund open source sustainability and building out of a project. And if the projects are successful in that and utilize those funds appropriately and like show growth and blah, 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 whatever, then the government will renew them at $1.5 million a year. And so the researchers at the University of Michigan who founded this project have already been approved for this first level grant of this $300,000 a year. And the grant is actually not around development at all. It is supposed to be around, I mean, yes, it does say open source development. The grant is supposed to be focused on building a sustainable, community-driven something ecosystem. Oh yeah, here we go. Supports new managing organizations catalyze distributed community-driven development and growth of open source ecosystems. Basically, they want somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing to build out and expand an open source project. And I sort of know a little bit about doing that, maybe a tiny bit, maybe some. And so I'm being brought in to do some of that, some of the project management, organization, governance, outreach, you know, blog posts, videos, examples, documentation cleanup, trying to, you know, do community building. And so I'm gonna be spending a little bit of time on that. And I hope you all don't hate me because it happens to use this tagline at the top. But I'm kind of excited about it. The professors that I'm working with are super cool. And one of them teaches compilers, so maybe I'll finally be able to learn how to make a goddamn compiler that doesn't suck ass. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. That's something that I'm going to be working on, and you'll probably be seeing more of it. And I still don't know how to pronounce it, so I should figure that part out. But there's actually a bunch of projects that are associated with this, from what I understand. And actually, I was just thinking about it. I should probably get Babby to work with it. So maybe we'll do that today. But all right, we're going to catch up on chat. Working on buying Sentry? No. Bugle Cook, hello. AI help? Yeah, I know. It's not on brand for me at all. And I went into this, like, had a conversation with them. I'm like, I am very much a AI doomer. And I'm going to say that up front before we potentially work on this project. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. We can like the actual parts that you're working on aren't really that, and like it's okay. I was like, all right, sure, fine, cool. Oh, Easy Light says, so now that you're not at Century anymore, will we get a good coverage tool? I need to review all my documents, but I'm pretty sure that my conflict of interest is now gone because I no longer work at Century. I can revive my cov.ci project. So I might also be working on that at some point too, which would be cool. Mr. Sweat says, wait, is this new job? Not really. It's more like a side project that's going to pay me a little bit of money. But yeah. Mila CZ, hello. Sounds cool. Nice. Emma's back. Sounds so cool. Yeah, I'm excited to work on this. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Wusa says, useless fact, Jack Lang sounds like the name of an old French politician. Dude, it does kind of sound like that. What? You knowing about open source maintenance? Whoa. Yeah, right. Carampio, thank you for the resub at 30 months with Prime. Appreciate your continued support. It's great to see you again, and I hope you're doing well. I've been opening your gifts in Pokemon Go. SMQ says, nice, awesome, no, great, more streams. Hell yeah. Yeah, we should be getting more streams too. Compile pre-commit when? I mean, I've already started working on it. I don't know when I'm gonna finish this though. Ivan says, what is this new job? No, it's gonna be more of like a side project. But Mina Margo says, AI says artificial industry. Yeah. Actual intelligence, yeah. Emma says, Jace CI, of course. Oh yes, of course. 100%. Automatic ideas. Anthonk intelligence. There you go. Good coverage tool. Yeah. But it should be fun. David says you're not in Century anymore. Any video incoming? Yes, there will be one once. Hopefully next week if I get all the shit together. But yeah. Oh yeah, I haven't done the Pokemon tour today. It's all good. It's all good. I hit level 50, so it's less important now. But yeah, let's add pre-commit support for this programming language. Or not pre-commit support. Babby support for this programming language. I'm pretty sure they have a VS Code extension, which should have a grammar in it. My God, GitHub is slow today. Support VS Code extension. Here we go. Syntax is hell yeah. All right, let's see. First Armin, now Anthon, grip Sentry. Well, one of those was voluntary. What? I didn't say anything. Many grammars. What language is this? Jack. It's like a Python superset with like some interesting like code gen and object-oriented patterns. Something. I don't know. It's very funny because actually, does this website still exist? Oh my God, it does. Holy shit, wait, this oh, but this other one doesn't exist. That's funny. The name here is actually interesting to me because my like best friend from elementary school's software company was also called Jack because a pronounceable permutation of his initials was Jack. But anyway. Okay, so let's get a fucking example of this language, because why are there so many random blank lines at the bottom here? Oh, I know why they did that. They did that? No, I don't know why they did that. Anyway, let's what is the file extension? Fuck, I don't even know. It's not recognized here either. It's probably .jack, right? Search. Maybe? Yes, it is. Test data. We should see what their source. Wow, not unhighlighted code. Off.jack, yeah. Janthong, yes. Is it 36 million times faster though? No, it's just Python. I feel like Jack is semantically way too similar to Jax. Yeah, I feel like it should have a different name as well. I also feel like the current name is difficult to market. Especially because I don't even know how to pronounce it. I think I can do that. License path equals. Does this VS Code extension have a separate license? It's probably just the root of the repo has a license. Where the fuck is the license? Oh, it's under .github. Why though? That's weird. Also, it's missing the copyright notice. Okay, well, let's just say we've got a lot of things to fix. That'll probably be one of the things that I fix. So this will break later, but because the license should be at the top level. Is this language something like Mojo? I don't think so. What's the verb to use when running the programs? You Mr. Swats, we're jacking it live on stream. Okay, this is the path. Does pre-commit? Do I have a sorter for this? I don't even know. No, I don't. Bin download syntax. What is it? Oh. Pip install CSON. Thank you, past me, for having a useful comment. Help. Help. Update only. Yeah, this one currently just transpiles to Python. Why is it taking so long? Does this repo have a bunch of giant junk in it that makes it real angy? Why did it move JSON it? Oh, is this my fault? Did I just sort that wrong before? Or did somebody add Gleam and it was out of order? Anyway. Download. We install this. It has junk in its trunk for sure. Yeah. Source. Well. Right. Because this doesn't have source matching. We can add identify support. I strongly suspect that this is... Oh, I'm surprised. Hmm. Hmm. Wait, is this a different tool? Oh no, this is the same thing. This is a different domain though. Well, there is a way to do this with how does this work? Syntax? It's not here, it's in here. Where is the thing? Grammars. How do you get populated? File types. You know, it probably shouldn't append these if they're empty. Not that it super matters, but... I feel like this is adding a bunch of empty frozen sets to here. And potentially a bunch of invalid regexes. There's probably a slight optimization here. Not that it super matters, but file types is what we would want to add here. So let's fork it. Yeah. I'm gonna pronounce it in my head, Joseki. But there's no way that's right, so I should probably ask how it's pronounced. Oh my god, there's something massive in this repo. This is a huge project. Why? They check in a bunch of like multi-megabyte zips? Something massive, you say? Yeah. Ask how it's pronounced, then make a PR to update the docs. Ayo. What the fuck? Why is this repo so big? Xargs, do you grab M? Of course not. Really? Oh, grab dash E. And dash D new line, because apparently we have stuff with spaces in the file names. Hooray! Some logos and videos. That doesn't really explain why it's so bigger than... Nalixis says, hey, how are you today? I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. Kaga says, so you're a millionaire now. Why now? They vendor type shed? Oh. Oh, they do. Why? Why? That's a weird one. They probably have historical large files that got yeeted. I mean, some of these aren't great either, but... Bunch of revisions of those videos. Probably true, Force Penguin. Node modules? Oh, did they check into node modules at some point? I don't know. I don't think we're gonna be able to rebase the whole history though. Whisper, hello, how you doing? Okay, anyway, this isn't what I want to do. LD. Syntaxes. Wait, why is there a source directory? What is in here? Oh, they got a whole ass debugger? That's cool. Dextable? Destable? I don't know how to say your name. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Hello. Nude modules? Ayo. LD's Jax? Yeah. File types. I think that's what this is. I don't know. Share. Python? Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Snowdus, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Needs more pre-commit. Oh god, wait, it's tabs? Oh my fucking god. What? It's fucking tabs! Okay, anyway. Discard, no, yes. Geist! Thank you for the resub at 52 months! 52 months in a year. Yeah, 2020's been real fucking long, hasn't it? Thank you for the resub. Appreciate your continued support. It's good to see you again, and I hope you're doing well. Second thoughts, dumpster file. Let's just say there's gonna be a lot of stuff to improve. That's how they keep the file size down. Yeah. Keep the file size down by checking in 20 megabyte MP4 files. Time to teach why good ignore revs exists as a file. Yeah. Mina Margo says I use tabs in C and KNR syntax. Does that make me bad? Kinda. The weird spabs indent where you have some tabs and then some spaces, like tabbed for 8 space indents and then 4 spaces afterwards. Yeah, it's a mess. Snowdus says hello. Welcome. Add file types to TextMate syntax. What the? They do have pre-commit, but a very old one with warnings in it. Are they actually running it? Oh my goodness. Pygame mock. Oh my god, this is such an old version. 2.3? Black 24? Huh. I'm gonna be surprised if it even succeeds. Super old versions. Bang FTL wiki. Are you just going through all the commands? Kexit? Will you end up rewriting get history, remove the chunky files? I don't usually recommend rebasing a public branch. So probably not. Coney Guy says, I finally upgraded pre-commit hooks at work to run the non-3.6 supported versions. I think they also have it misconfigured because it's not even applying to this. Yeah, they've completely ignored the VS Code extension. Oh well. You're like 3 years behind? That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Could be worse. Could be worse. Get rev parse head. So let's try this. Install dot. And now hooray! It highlights. Let's fucking go. Ugh. Oh, there's a typo in their README example. Nice. Okay. I guess we'll... Jacuzzi? I thought it was pronounced like Dos Equis. Mate, Amargo says, what about indented here docs inside bash functions? Does that count as a valid use of tabs? Why wouldn't you just use spaces? Adding support to highlighting this language in Babby. My text editor. Babby uses VS Code grammars, which roughly use TextMate syntax in JSON form. This is one of the hints in the grammar file to tell the editor which file extensions are supported by a grammar. I assume the VS Code extension does this through other means and doesn't need file types. Hooray! Blobless clones are a thing. Wonder if one could exclude only some blobs by glob. Probably, but also probably someone could just shell clone instead. Nelixa says, what is that .jack? It is a Python-like language that magic happens. I actually don't know too much about this programming language yet, but I will learn over time. With tabs, you get the visual indentation. They're removed by using -euf. I think the actual answer, mate Amargo, is just don't write bash. Yeah, it's fucking warm in Ann Arbor right now. I wish it would cool off. I wish it would cool off. Also, I'm out of water. Let's find where this comes from. Shit. Do they have a separate docs repo? Oh, they used to have things as separate repos and then they mono-repoed it. No. Where the fuck is their docs? Yeah, because... How is this website formed? Fucking A. Where are the goddamn docs? I wonder if I search this text. Using source graph. My god, this website is different every time I come here. Did I put in quote? Oh my god, no. Are you using LLMs now? Agentic AI? It's not me. It's not me. Oh fuck. Where does the code from this come from? Well, we'll open source the docs at some point. That'll be a good start. How does the repo have more forks than stars? I don't know. I don't know. That's also sort of weird to me. No, I already have a fork. How do I... Is it here? This tab? Does this tab even work anymore? What the fuck? This tab is completely different. Oh, I'm looking for the network tab, this one. Why does it have so many forks? Which just says on my potato laptop, the Jack version of Hello World is 25 times slower than the Python one. Does not super surprise. But yeah, that's probably something that we'll work on improving. I don't fucking know. Do they vibe code their compiler too? No, I think it's artisanal. Omsi Dia N, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Chat, can we fix the stars number? Okay, so a lot of network within this. Oh, look, it's me. And then a lot of nothing. Oh, this network has timeline now. That's cool. Oh, there's some stuff here. Anyway, neat. OMCDN says, hello Anthony, I have a quick question. I'm studying programming, I'm about to start my 3rd year. Is there any tip like on how to improve at coding and become so good? And thank you. I think, well, my general recommendation is build projects for yourself and learn the things you need in order to build them. And yeah, that's how I learn. And I think like you know, like learning by doing is a lot better than just following tutorials or projects for the sake of doing tutorials or projects. But yeah, write more code, read more code. It sounds silly, D-Dallas, but you're like 100% right. Why is this in Babby's test cases? This is in Babby grammars, so that we have basically I have this is actually kind of funny. I have syntaxes for a bunch of different programming languages. One of those looked like shit. What was the one that looked like shit? Yeah, what was the one that looked like garbage? There was one that was like pretty unhighlighted. Oh, diff. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, that's why I'm adding in there. But we're not gonna be able to finish this today because I doubt my PR got merged already. Wait, this is funny. Wait, why do we have a CLA? I'm literally collaborator. Why is there a CLA? Anyway, we got a lot of shit to fix because there's no fucking reason to have a CLA. But reinvent wheels, but don't reinvent too many wheels at once. Yeah. Wusa says, my tip, avoid paying for books and videos. Unless it's my course that I'm coming out with. No, I don't. Yeah. Don't reinvent cryptography. That's some good advice too. CLA feels bad, man. Yeah. This will be part of the things that I'm like, yep, unless you're a corporate entity, you don't need a CLA. And even then, they're not really enforceable, and you're a permissively licensed project, and you're not planning to relicense at any point, so you don't really need that. But anyway, there'll be some stuff to improve there. But anyway, I wanted to tell you all about this because you will likely be seeing more of it, and we'll all be giving shit to the LLM along the way. So Mila says, is the grammars taking the JSON from your fork or from the original repo? From my fork at the moment in the work in progress branch. I didn't actually merge it because I'll do it later. I'll do it presumably after the other people on the project merge it, but for now this is just this is using my fork. So, but that's the cool thing about my little grammar setup is it can just automatically use my fork, and I have a bunch of forks up here already for stuff that will never be improved. For instance, I think Magic Python is dead. Yeah, to do random pull requests that they'll probably never merge. Did the Rust one ever get merged? I thought this one got merged. Nope. Repo was archived. No! Does that mean I have a pull request in purgatory forever? No. I don't see it here. Shit, this was archived a long time ago. Looking for maintainer. Yeah. Did they find a new maintainer? No? Nope, they did not. Anyway, yeah, that's why I have a fork. One of the reasons why I have a fork. Holy fuck, that's so old. I always forget that Babby has been around for a really long time. Like it's been a long time. When did I start this? Like 2017? License 6 years ago. 2018? 2019. Add a test suite and some basic navigation. Mere months before disaster. Oh, okay, so you don't understand why I'm adding that. I gotta do this quick again. I'm gonna be working on this project. Ignore this part. Some faculty at U of M created this project. They got a big old chunk of money from the government, and the government is paying open source projects to do community building. And I happen to know a little bit about maintaining open source projects. And I'm hoping to use some of this to leverage maybe faculty position or guest lecture or something else that's more along the lines of education and not being a corporate whore for the rest of my life. But anyway, time to rename Babby into Pabby. What? Wolford says, wait, what? Wait, back up. I missed it. You missed to back up. But I'm basically only going to be doing this for like a couple hours a week. So it's just going to be like a little bit of pocket change for now. And we'll see where it goes. But it's not an actual job. It's mostly just like, I think my title is actually developer advocate because they can't actually technically employ me as a developer. Which is another fun thing. It's another, it's something. It's a programming language. I don't fucking know. I think I'm not there for the programming language part. Pretty sure. I'm there for the like community building and examples and stuff. So we'll see. The open source governance side of things. Governments plus universities, 3-letter agencies, be careful. Yeah, I mean, it'll be fine. Listen, Wilfred. It's not what it looks like. You may have caught me with my pants down, but it's not what it looks like. But yeah, I'm not gonna be working on the LLM part, so it's fine. Zemanaga says, "Where's the mustache?" It's gone. Yeah, it's gone. We got him. We finally fucking got him. No, you haven't. You could also say the same thing about when I used Copilot in fucking 2019. But we all know where that went. So, developer advocate, yeah, advocating for other developers to be able to, yeah, basically, yeah. Fearless River, hello. Yo, actually, while you're here, this graph doesn't look right. This graph doesn't look right. Because I'm pretty sure these are not proportional at the end. I feel like maybe the graph smoothing has like fucked this up a bit. But I think this graph would be really cool if the graph smoothing didn't fuck it up. But also, since you probably already have the code for this, and it would be pretty easy to convert this into a line chart or line graph, I would love to see what this looks like as a line graph. Smile. I'm not asking you to do free work. I just You got the mustache because you tried IRT, Italian replacement therapy. Yeah. I accidentally became a plumber. Wilfred says, and the only W Michigan will take this year, because trust me when I tell you Ohio State will be dominating this year. Yeah. You're probably right. I saw some of the, what was it, Oklahoma game? Something that starts with an O, where Michigan got trashed. MTP, mail to plumber. Oh my goodness. We gotta cancel if I keep saying these jokes. It's a me, Antonio! Right? Yeah. The N changes the G step, so it always scales it from 0 to 1. Also knows the color palette cycling. Yeah, I know that part, but like, I know at the end, like, I'm pretty sure orange is operator here. It might be one of the other ones. But I know operator had like 2 errors out of like 400. And so the proportion doesn't seem right, because it seems like even the smallest chunk here seems way bigger than any of the other ones. The Namrata, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Still working at Century? No. Kexit says, I'm envy I can do these, but I'm not. I can't repeat your jokes. That's the problem, Kexit. I'm a cis white man. I can't laugh at your, I can't say your jokes and I can't laugh at them. Well, I can laugh at them. That's being inclusive. Get up. Oh my god. Hold on. Make sure my shit's not fucked. Alright, I need to fill up my water too, so I'm gonna do that real quick. And I will be right back. We might need a log scale though, maybe. But I think if you change it into a line plot, then I mean I want to see it as a line plot. Let me watch you leave, but I'm gonna run an ad. I'm gonna put on my be right back screen. I'll be right back, I promise. I'm gonna put up the other screen though. It looks like you were shrinking. Yeah, basically. You have a 7 turbo? That's true. I will be right back. Okay, fine. I'll leave the screen up. Do you want me to leave the screen up? I'll leave the screen up. But everyone that doesn't have a sub is getting an ad. So, sorry, non-subs. I'll be right back. I'll see you in a sec. And you can watch me leave. And the camera will be on. Whoa. You get to see the behind the scenes of nothing. All right, see you in a sec. Whoa, I'm back. Whoa, so weird. Wow. Hello, chair. Wait, could you see my chair? Oh, I guess barely. Barely. What is Pythonk? Asks Dad who codes. What isn't Pythonk? was this all the pharma clip? Oh shit, what was the clip? Point of view, end of meeting with manager which didn't understand the problem. I love it. So good. The door isn't where I thought it was. Ah, yes. You get a diagram of my stream room now. Okay, so this is stream room. There's actually 2 doors. One that opens this way, and one that opens this way. We gotta draw the curvy bit here. We're doing a true. Oh fuck! I did it wrong. Here and then here. Yeah. There's 2 doors. This over here is a a Jack and Jill bathroom. It joins 2 bedrooms, and this is hallway. And in here I have 2 desks. 1 and 2. Yeah, this one's wider. And then the bookshelf is back here. And then, oh, don't change the color of that. I don't like new paint. New paint bother me. I sit here. Camera is here. And the computers are here. Computer. Oh, actually, no. The computer actually sits on this desk. The monitors sit here, though. Something like that. And this desk is basically empty. Yep. That's the room layout. Shit, I don't remember how to make this not transparent. I think I have to like save it as a bitmap onto the desktop. And then I can copy it into my little Discord channel. A muskie. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. This channel. Yeah. Anyway, there's my room layout. Oh, Control W is not closed like it is Babby. Moods. I wonder if the thing he uses to fill his water up has Wi-Fi capabilities. It does, but I don't let that shit connect to the internet. How does one do a SQL injection already? Wait, what? Android has an agentic mode? God, I hope not. Dad who codes, I guess, here you go. This is a Python. I didn't mean to yeah, but anyway. The double kid is here. Hello, hello. How you doing? Wolford said a bad word. What? What is this, France? What kind of interior design is this? Listen, the previous owners made some dumbass choices. This door arrangement feels cursed. It's super cursed. The 2 doors bonk each other. Like, I don't, why did that happen? Musa says, so anyway, that's why I don't have a mustache anymore. Oh, gluten-free? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Desks in the middle of the room? Yeah, they're in the middle of the room because it's my stream room. It's literally just, it's my stream room. That's what it's for. I love how this happens every A2C paint sesh. Yeah, where I have to figure out the weird fucking transparency nonsense. The worst is like a week later, I'll be like, what is this untitled.bmp on my desktop? And then I'll open it up and I'll be like, ah, right. I remember everything. Maiden Margo says, all right, I'm gonna go. I promise not to talk about Bash anymore next time. You're fine. I just think that there's better languages for everything that you would write with Bash, except maybe like one-line scripts. But Anthony changes girlfriends likes jobs. That's kind of true because my like average job length is like 3 years. And almost all of my relationships are very long-term relationships. But this one was different, I guess. Gallantry X says, hey, how you doing? Anything? Long time no see, probably because of different time zones. Probably, yeah. I haven't streamed during the day because I had a job. But welcome back. It's good to see you again. Nelixa says you can always change the layout for the room though. Yeah, no, I chose this layout. Because so here's the thing. If the desks were further back, then my background would be even smaller than it is right now. And it's already sort of small. Like, you already can barely tell what thing is behind me. And if the desks were against the wall, they would be really far away. But also, the widths of the desk is if we go back to this image here, or copy image link. If we go back to this here, the widths of the desk is wider than this back wall here. Oh, I forgot to mention there's also there's a closet here. So there's another door over here. So like pushing the desks against this wall wouldn't work. Pushing the desk against this wall, you would look out of the doors, and I don't want to look outside the doors. So this is the optimal arrangement of this room. I don't think that there's much that I could change about where things are in this room to make things better or worse. I could have picked a different room for the stream room. But this is the most like easily accessible one, and the one with the least echo. And that's after putting up noise canceling on this wall. I was originally going to put it behind here, but then the camera freaked the fuck out at the noise canceling stuff. It didn't know what to focus on. And this wall has windows, so it's difficult, so I didn't bother. But yeah, trust me, this is the, oh god, what the fuck? Combos? Who did this? What are these things? What is going on? Who is comboing with, what is that thing? Oh, it's D-Dolls. Oh, I see it now. D-Dolls, what are we comboing? Gallantry X says, can I ask a question? I think you would be a great candidate to answer it. We do have a rule about questions in this channel, which is you should UDP your questions rather than TCPing them. But yeah, sure, shoot. We may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. Exactly. Easily says as long as he doesn't have a Leo 25 rule. No. Actually, about half of the people I've dated have been, it's about half older, half younger. So it's not, oh my god, more of these fucking things. Oh, they're gone now. The scam train, it's scamming away. Oh, there's 2 people now. Who joined? Who's the other scammer? It doesn't even tell me. Maybe it does? Oh, Kegsit joined the scam train. I see. Wusa says I would have put the desk very close to a wall. Yeah, however, you can know why it didn't work. Gallantry X says, I see that you love coding and things related to your work, and you do them off work as well. I don't have a job, so right now. My question is, do you have something you believe is more entertaining, or that's what you enjoy the most? If there's something, why don't you do it in your free time? I feel like if I understood this, I would change a lot regarding how I perceive things personally. Are you saying like, are there like activities that I prefer more than writing code? Absolutely. I feel my free time is so full. You have no idea. You have no idea how full my free time is. Like right now I am training for a marathon. I average, let's see, I guess I can get the real number from Google Sheets. Like I'm running like 50 miles a week right now. Kegsit, thank you for the 31 bits. Appreciate it. Yeah, check out my running spreadsheet. Which I gotta put in the days of this week that I haven't put in yet. I went climbing on Tuesday. Oh yeah, I do rock climbing, and I did 5 miles today as well. I haven't been climbing in a while because I hurt my heels, and then my shoes hurt to put on. I play a lot of Pokemon Go. That's another thing that I spend a bunch of time on. I'm gonna start playing Borderlands again. I think your question is also like the things that I write code on stream vary in what I work on, and like are the things that I prefer versus things that I don't. And I think the answer to that is a little bit different. Like before a couple weeks ago, I worked at a company that was open source, and so I could work on my actual work on stream. I could basically get paid twice, once via streaming and once via having a job. And so that was like a unique opportunity where I could actually stream my work, which was pretty cool. But I think like the stuff that I work on stream, like most of the stuff that I actually really enjoy working on is like my Pokemon automation, or working on my text editor, or like working on pre-commit. And like I really like those things. Those things are fun. And I think they make enjoyable content too, because people like watching things that I am passionate about, and like I'm happier working on them than like reviewing random fucking PRs that, oh, I mean, some of them are nice, but some of them are like, oh, this one again. No. Silly Laird, hello, hello, how you doing? So hopefully that answers your question. I don't know. Silly Laird, you've got a job for me. Uh-oh. It's not you, Kexit? I can see it. I can see it from the combo screen. 3 people contributed: D-Dels, Nelixis, and Lesbian Modad. Wait, who's the newest one? Oh, it's also still you, Kexit. I see you. I see you. Big Blaster, hello, hello. I believe most folks would love to eat Domino's, chug root beer, and play Red Dead Dawn to Dusk, but we focus on coding endeavors to feel good and productive. No, my fucking internet! No! That might be a good indication to end stream. Damn it! Oh, it's down bad. It's down super hard. I was having such a good time too. No. Wait, why is it just my desktop that's having trouble? My phone is fine. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh, now my phone is not fine. Great. Weird. Very weird. Well, that might be end of stream for today, because I don't think this is coming back. God damn it. And I wasn't even writing code, I was just chit-chatting. So I think let's see. I don't think it's coming back. Oh, this is back. Maybe? Maybe it's coming back? But I gotta wait 17 seconds. Well, it said it was coming back, but now I can't load Twitch chat anymore. Oh, reconnection successful. We might be back. Might be back. I can't load chat though, so I can't even tell. Can't even tell. I have no idea. Help! Twitch, what the fuck? I wonder if I can see chat through the chat bot. The bot is dead. Okay, the bot is... I can see chat here! You can hear me! But I can't load chat for some reason. No. And YouTube is not working. Oh, chat's back! Chat's back! Oh, I can see the premium chat too. Okay, man. We are sort of back. Subscribe to earn drops from Duolingo? What the fuck? Why is there Duolingo on my chat? Okay, I'm gonna catch up on chat, and then I think I'm probably gonna sign off for today because my internet seems really fucked. But yeah, Gallantry says, yes, like, is there something you believe is more entertaining? I think that so I have streamed other things on this channel. Like, I stream video games occasionally. I've done some like cooking content, like other IRL-y sort of stuff. Like I've done more classical streaming stuff, and people don't watch those streams. Like some people, like the hardcore viewers, some of you will show up for anything I stream, which is great, and I really appreciate that. But generally, you all are here because I write code, and that's what you want to see. And when I don't do that, it changes what people watch. And as much as I don't want to just like focus on numbers and number stuff, like it feels shittier to stream something that people don't want to watch in a way. But yeah, I did actually restart the router before stream, but some of us even watch your accidental go lives. I've only done that once. That was only once. But yeah. Anyway, fuck Duolingo. I agree. You're the clip leader. You are easy light. Good job. Wusa says, I even like your cooking streams. I think my cooking streams are great. I think they're entertaining, but they're also not what people come here to watch. So it's fine. I've done it twice. I've gone live twice. Oh shit. I know once with thumbnails. That one was pretty bad. But anyway, I'm gonna stop streaming because my internet's fucked and I got all the stuff done that I want to get done. And maybe tomorrow we'll work on Stripe shit again. Hooray! But those of you who are still here, go check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/anthonywritescode. That's where I upload educational stuff. And youtube.com/@anthonywritescode-vods. That's where the stream VODs end up. So go there and boo chat, throw tomatoes. Yeah. Thank you for the links, $D and Kegsit. Wusa says, I admit I don't like seeing you playing Pokemon though. Fair enough. Exactly. I mean, basically demonstrating my point. Shortest stream, 3 minutes. Well, my stream timer says 3 hours and 2 minutes. So, but this one says 3 minutes 30 seconds. So yeah, it happens. But anyway, join the Discord. That's where we hang out, and that's where I announce streams. And that's gonna wrap us up today. Have a good one, chat. Peace.